Hi everyone. Today we are going to look at a question from the electrical system chapter, and this question focuses on series and parallel arrangement of bulbs. Okay, now let's look at the question. Raju formed circuits A, B, C and D as shown below. So over here we can see four circuits. Which bulb will have the same brightness as bulb A? Which bulb will be dimmer than bulb A? And which bulb will be brighter than bulb A? So as you can see, question A, B and C, the main focus is basically comparing brightness of the bulb, which means we need to recall three very important concepts from the electrical system chapter. Okay, so the concepts are: when batteries are arranged in series, their voltages will add up. That means if we put it in a simpler term, all the batteries in that circuit, as long as they are arranged in series, they will combine their forces. They will combine power, they will work together. Okay. The second concept that we need to recall will be bulbs that are arranged in series will share the voltages. So as long as the bulbs are all along the same electrical pathway, they will share the amount of electric current that is flowing through that pathway. And lastly, bulbs that are arranged in parallel, they do not share voltages. That means as long as they each have their own electrical pathway, they will get all the electric current for themselves. They do not share. Okay, now to go about solving this question, usually I will break it down into two steps. Step number one, I will focus on the batteries first. So what we need to find out now is how many batteries are there and how are the batteries arranged. So if you can look at circuit A, let's use circuit A as an example, okay? Over here, we can see that there are two batteries, and both the batteries are sharing the same electrical pathway, which means that they are arranged in series. And what students should have learned in class is when the batteries are arranged in series, we will be applying the first concept number one. That means all their voltages will add up. Okay. There are two ways to approach this. Number one, of course, we can use things that we commonly see in our daily life. For example, the most common battery that we always use at home are the 1.5 volt batteries. So but the problem is there will be decimals. So usually I would advise students to apply units. So for example, if we apply 2 units of electric current or voltage for each battery, it will means that this in circuit A, there are two batteries, right? And they are arranged in series. Therefore, in circuit A, the total voltage for circuit A will be 2 units multiplied by 2 batteries, and you will get 4 units. Okay, so there's a total of 4 units of electric current flowing through circuit A, and if you observe circuit B, C and D, they also have the same number of batteries and all the batteries are arranged in the same way, which means there will be 4 units of electric current flowing through for B, a total of 4 units for C, and a total of 4 units for circuit D as well. Okay, so this is the first step. Okay, so just take note, step number one is to find out the amount of electric current that is flowing through that circuit. And in order for us to do that, we need to recall the arrangement of batteries in series. Just take note, their voltages will add up. They will combine their power. Okay, now second step, we now need to look at how the bulbs are arranged in each circuit. Okay, so for example, if we look at circuit A, okay, so I will use a different color for bulbs. Okay, if we look at circuit A, you will realize that these two bulbs that I circled in blue, they are sharing the same pathway. What do we mean by sharing the same pathway? Watch. If I were to highlight the electrical pathway, the path that electric current will be flowing through, okay, it is represented by that green highlighted path. do you realize that both bulbs that I circle is touching that green pathway? That shows that they are sharing the same pathway. Whereas the other two bulbs, okay, let's say I use yellow, okay, you will realize that the other two bulbs actually is on a different pathway. It is not even touching the green line, it is touching the yellow line. So these two bulbs, they are on a separate pathway. But if you apply concept number 2, which is over here, okay, concept number 2 over here, when bulbs are arranged in series, the bulbs will share the voltages, which means, okay, the two bulbs found on the green pathway, they will be sharing the voltages. So if I were to take these 4 units and and divide them between these two bulbs, each bulb will be receiving 2 units. Simple maths. 4 units divided by 2, you will get 2 units. So this bulb will receive 2 units and this bulb will receive 2 units. And the same applies to the other set of bulb. So over here also 2 units and this one also 2 units. Okay. Next, if you look at circuit B, you have 2 bulbs and the bulbs are arranged in series, which means they will be sharing the same pathway and hence they will share the voltages. Okay, so same thing, 4 units split between 2 bulbs. This one will receive 2 units and this one will receive another 2 units. And if you apply it to circuit C, now circuit C, we have a different arrangement. So for circuit C, you will realize that the bulbs are in parallel. Okay, the bulbs are in parallel. So when bulbs are in parallel, this is where we are going to apply concept number 3. They do not share. So once the bulb don't share electric current, it means that the bulbs will receive the full units. So this bulb will receive 4, this bulb receive 4, and this one 4, and this one will also receive full 4 units. And now the last circuit, which is circuit D, you will realize that there are 4 bulbs and these 4 bulbs are arranged in series. So this one bulbs in series. Okay, so once the bulbs are arranged in series, we'll apply concept number 2, which means the bulbs will share the electric current. So that means over here 4 units divided by 4 bulbs will receive 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit. Okay, so these are the 2 things that we need to do first. Let me repeat. Number 1, identify the amount of voltages flowing through the circuit by looking at number of batteries and how they are arranged. Number 2, you need to identify how the bulbs are arranged and whether they share or they don't share the amount of electric current flowing through that circuit. Okay, now once you have all these number of units written down for each bulb, now it's time to apply all this and answer the questions below. So if you look at question A, okay, it says which bulb will have the same brightness as bulb A. So let's identify bulb A first. Okay, so bulb A is here. I will use purple. And you will realize that bulb A is 2 units. So same brightness means we are going to look for a bulb that has the same amount of electric current flowing through it, and which will be bulb B. Because why? 2 units and bulb B is also receiving 2 units. Okay, see here. Bulb B is also receiving 2 units. Bulb A also receive 2 units. So hence they will have equal brightness. So the answer for question A will be bulb B. Okay, now if you look at question B, which bulb will be dimmer than bulb A? So dimmer than bulb A means we are going to look for a bulb that has less amount of electric current flowing through it, which means something smaller than 2 units, which will be bulb D. Why? Because bulb D only receive 1 unit of electric current. So that means for question B, the answer will be bulb D. And the last question, which bulb will be brighter? So brighter means we are going to look at a bulb that is receiving more than 2 units. And of course, there's only one possibility left, which is bulb C. and bulb C is receiving 4 units. That is 2 times more than what bulb A is receiving. Therefore, bulb C should be 2 times brighter. Okay, so hence we should be able to answer the last one, which is bulb C. Okay, bulb C. And therefore, we have just earned for ourselves 3 marks. Okay, just to summarize, first step, whenever you see this question, because these questions may appear in booklet A as well, there will be 2 marks for you. So just take note, step number 1, focus on batteries. Find out how many batteries are there and how they are arranged. And then just take note, when the batteries are arranged in a series arrangement, you add up the voltages. So you assign units to each battery, you total up the units. And second step, look at how the bulbs in each circuits are arranged. If they are arranged in series, they will share the voltages, so you just divide them, divide the total voltage or the total units according to the number of bulbs. And if the bulbs are arranged in parallel, they will receive the full unit. You do not need to share. Okay, don't have to share, the bulbs don't have to share the voltages. And then once you have all these numbers written down, all the units written down for the bulbs, it is all about comparing. So if you are looking for a brighter bulb, means a higher unit, equal brightness, same unit. A dimmer bulb, smaller number of units. Okay, so I hope this video will help you earn marks from this question. Thank you very much. See you again.